Today we're going to check out Newmarket. The most current month of stats we have in the Toronto Real Estate Board is May 2022. We'll compare that with what happened a year ago and add a little bit of contrast. We'll look at April 22 as well. So starting with the numbers, so we had 241 new listings come on the market across all home types in May 21 in Newmarket, 209 sales and 135 active listings. If you don't watch my videos on the regular, you'll know that, or you maybe won't know, but I'll tell you, but active listings are what didn't sell and they continue into the next month. April 22, we had 256 new listings come to market, 115 sales and 166 active listings, which pushed into May. May, 258 sales, new listings 258, 119 sales, 183 active listings. So I will say Newmarket, out of a lot of the surrounding towns where I do these videos for, Newmarket's actually faring pretty well. It seems to be a little bit insulated from the surrounding markets. If we're looking at the money, $1,046,000 is the average sale price across all home types. A year ago, $1,266,000 in April, still trending at $1,190,000. So, I mean, if you look at the gap from $1,046,000 to $1,190,000, we're still up year over year. The SNLR stands for Sales to New Listings Ratio. It tells us out of the homes coming on the market each month, what is the percentage of them that are actually selling. Now, this is also how we determine whether it is a buyer's market or whether it is a seller's market. So 86.7% would indicate that, a year ago, would indicate that that's a seller's market. So there's more demand than there is supply. When you're between 50 and 60%, it's what we call a balanced market. So there's enough supply to meet demand. When you're under 50%, like we are in the last couple months, that would indicate to us that is a buyer's market where there is more supply than there is demand. So 44.9% of the homes that came on the market in April 22 sold, currently trending at 46.1. So on its way up. And so for sellers out there, this is good. You want it to actually go up. For buyers, you're looking at the absorption rate to go down a little bit. Months of inventory remaining tells us if no other homes came on the market after today at the current rate of consumption or the current rate of buying, how long would it take to deplete the inventory? So 0.6 a year ago in May, 1.4 in April, currently trending at 1.5. So inventory levels on the way up. Now, I've said this in other videos. Typically speaking, we see these two always opposing to each other, the absorption rate and the months of inventory remaining. But there are cases, like now, where inventory is going up and also the sales to new listings ratio is going up. And we generally see that because of the amount of listings versus the sales and the way the math works. So for the SNLR, we calculate that by looking at sales divided into new listings. Months of inventory is calculated by looking at active listings divided into sales. So we can see these odd instances where we do have them both going up at the same time, but generally they are going apart from each other. Sale price to list price ratio, homes selling a year ago at 104.5% of ask, 107 in April, currently trending at 103. Now, if you've watched some of my earlier videos this year, I do always believe that the SPLP is a little bit overstated, but when we start to see these 103 numbers again, that to me is indicating that it's sort of getting back to normal. We're seeing a bit of a balance. Like, I mean, some houses, I'd say it's about 50-50 right now. Some houses are way under pricing to the market, holding a date to in which to review offers. Others are coming out at the intentional or expected price, and then they're just sitting on the market and waiting for those offers to come in. So you're going to see a little bit of both of those right now. But I guess my caution to buyers out there, if you see a home come on the market and you're like, man, that looks like a smoking deal, they're probably holding a date to review offers. So again, just be wary of that. Days on market to get a home sold a year ago, 12, 9 in April, still trending at 11. So, you know, again, this market has slowed down, but by no means would I say it's a slow market. With 1.5 months of inventory, this is what I was saying earlier. Newmarket is actually fairly well insulated. If you look at the market when we were in that mid to late 2017 market, after the market corrected then, we were seeing 3 months, 4 months, 8 months of inventory left over. We're still only sitting at 1.5 months of inventory, right? So not bad. And days on market averaging at 11, crazy. I would have actually thought when the May numbers came out that this number would have been significantly higher. So again, the market has slowed, but it is by no means, I would still say, a slow market. But there are certainly, you know, as a seller, there are certainly some measures that you want to make sure that your house meets those check boxes when listing your house for sale. And if you need some help with that, I would be more than happy to connect with you. For buyers out there, Definitely, this is a market where you can get a little bit more active. We're starting to see the introduction of conditions back in offers. Haven't seen too many conditional, on the sale of your home sort of thing, but definitely financing, home inspection have been conditions that we've been seeing introduced back into offers. So any questions about any of this information, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.